Hello everyone, welcome back in my class of embedded system. This is Hari again, and in this session we are going to discuss about two things. The first thing is computer architecture, computer system architecture. We'll discuss this in part number 1, and then we'll discuss embedded system in part number 2. I will start this session with basics of computer architecture, which is given in the next slide. So this is the first step to understand the embedded system. So if you want to understand embedded system, you need to understand computer architecture in a better way, so that you can understand embedded system effectively. So here the purpose of this diagram is to make you understand the basic components which are required in order to create a computer architecture or develop a computer system. Here you will see it has several components. For example, CPU, that is central processing unit, ALU, arithmetic logical unit, CU, in short we call it CU, control unit. It has registers, internal registers, to store data. So register works as a memory, small piece of memory to store the data, and then it has instruction set. Instructions are nothing but the command a user gives to the computer system, and the data will be in two forms. It will be either input data or output data, and you can see input and output components connected with the computer system. So all in all, these are the components required in order to understand or in order to organize a computer architecture, and in this session we'll discuss these components one by one in detail. The next slide is for the arithmetic and logic unit. So here you can see we will discuss arithmetic and logic unit of a computer system, central processing unit. So ALU is a combinational digital electronic circuit, and it performs various arithmetic and bitwise operations on binary numbers. So we discussed in week number 1 that a computer system works on binary number, that is 0 and 1 number system, binary numbers. And if you want to perform any operation, you are going to perform the operation using the binary bits. And arithmetic and logic unit performs various operations. For example, all arithmetic calculation, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. You can perform increment and decrement count. Like if you remember last week when you implemented program, you used I++ or I minus for increment and decrement. It performs bitwise operations. We discussed this in C programming. It performs bitwise shift and rotate operation. So this is SHL is left shift, R stands for right shift. It performs various comparison like equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than equal to, less than equal to, and it maintains temporary results and scales the final results. So these are the different operations ALU of a computer system unit, central process unit, performs. In the next slide I have given some operations like bitwise logical operators. So single ampersand represents AND operator, bitwise AND operator. This notation is for the NOT operator. This is the notation for right shift. This is the notation for the left shift, and this block represents the truth table for and or not operators. So 1 and 1 will give you 1. We discussed this. If any input is 0, output will be 0. Like here 1, but this is 0, so output is 0. Both are 0, we will get 0. In case of bitwise OR operator, if any of the input is 1, we will get 1. So here both are 1, we will get 1. If one is 1 but the other is 0, we will get still 1. If both will be 0, then only we will get 0. If 1, then 0 in case of NOT operator. If 0, then we will get 1. Here some binary decimal numbers are given which are converted in the form of binary number, like this is 3 and 4-bit representation is used, that is 4218. So this will be 3, so 1 and 1, 2 plus 1 will be 3 and rest all bit will be 0. So we will get 0011. Here 8, so it means that 8421, only this bit will be on, rest all will be 0. So we got this, and 1 8421, this is 0, this is 0, this one is 0, and 1 will be 1. So we got this. Now here what we are doing, we are performing OR operator. We'll get 3 and we have binary of 3, we have binary of 8. So we can perform, we'll get decimal 11. This is by performing logical AND, we'll get this. Logical NOT, we'll get decimal 7. This is shift left, we'll get decimal 4. The next slide is given for central processing unit. So here you can see central processing unit is discussed here. Central processing unit is the primary component of a computer system and it is used to process instructions. So processing instruction means fetching the instruction, decoding the instruction, executing the instruction, providing the timing and synchronization control between the instructions, handling instructions, and vectoring, that is interrupt management, and pipelining the execution, that is concurrent execution, fetching, decoding, executing the instructions. So these are the different ways of processing the instruction by the CPU, central processing unit. Here you can see various registers are used, program counter, instruction register, memory address register, memory data registers. This is ALU, this is one data bus A, data bus B, and various registers are used to store the temporary data. In the next slide I have presented two different types of instruction cycles which is used by a computer system or by the CPU. So we call it CPU instruction cycle. So what will happen? This is the first model, 3-stage version. So fetching the instruction, then decoding the instruction and executing the instruction, and repeat this process again and again. Suppose you have 5 instruction I1 to I5, then first of all fetch this instruction, decode the meaning of the instruction, and then execute. Then this is for I1. Then repeat this process for I2, fetching the instruction, decoding the instruction for I2, and executing the instruction. For I3, the same process will keep on repeating in 3-stage instruction cycle model. There is one more model given for parallel system, and it is called as 5-stage version, fetching the instruction, then decode the instruction, fetching the operand like A plus B we want to perform. Then this is my A and B are my operands and this is my operation, and then execute the instruction, fetch instruction, this is my instruction, decode the instruction, we want to perform addition, fetching the operands, fetch the value of A and value of B, then execute it, that is suppose A is 2, B is 3, then 2 plus 3, and then store the result in the register, and then repeat this process again and again. For example, one example is given in assembly language. R0 is my register, 200 is the value, address value, where some value is stored at this. So this is block, it has address 200 like our pin code, pin number, and in this we have some value, for example 10, and STW is the opcode, that is command for R0 and 200. That's all in this session. In the next session, we will discuss how to synchronize instruction with the timing.